slide the kids into their high chairs and snap their trays in place, point up at the alarm and tell them Daddy's going to stop the noise. Watch, I say. Climbing onto the step stool, I reach up and silence the damn thing. Daddy to the rescue, I announce. Jumping off the stool, I do a little dance that turns their fear into laughter. Daddy funny, Maisie says. In my best Elvis imitation, I slur, Thank you very much. Of the two of us, I'm the fun parent, and these two are my best audience. When I give them their sippy cups, I blow raspberries against their necks. They lift their shoulders and squeal with delight. By the time Emily comes into the kitchen, I've already put her coffee and a stack of French toast on the table, the old pieces on the bottom and the fresh slices I'd made to replace the burnt ones on top. Mama! Nico shouts. Emily kisses the top of his head. How's my favorite boy today? She asks. Then turning to his sister, she kisses her head too and says, And how's my favorite girl? She loves both of our kids, of course, but she favors Nico, whose emerging personality is like mine. Maisie's clearly her mother's daughter. She's less silly, more self-sufficient. Nico and I are the needy ones. As Emily sits down to eat, I feel a surge of guilt thinking back to a morning a few weeks earlier. Emily told me she and some of the other teachers were going to fiestas after school for drinks and an early dinner. I'll be home by 7:30 at the latest, she'd said. I reminded her that Friday is family night. I'll have had them all day, not to mention all week. Did it occur to you when you were making your plans that I might need a break? She gave my shoulder a sympathetic squeeze. I know you do, Corby, but Amber's really struggling right now. People have already RSVP'd to the wedding. She's been fitted for her dress. Their honeymoon is booked. Amber's a fellow teacher who was going to get married next month until her fiancé told her he was gay. He completely blindsided her. She just really needs our support right now. And I don't? She stared at me, shaking her head. If you're going to make a big deal about a couple of hours, then fine, she said. I'll tell the others I can't make it. No, you go ahead, babe. Fiesta's that Mexican place, right? Enjoy yourself. Have a margarita on me. What the hell, have 3 or 4. Get hammered. She was almost out the door when she pivoted, her eyes flashing. That's your thing, not mine. Touché. She said goodbye to the kids, but not to me. At the front window, I watched her get into her car, slam the door, and drive off. My regret kicked in a few minutes later. Probably before she even pulled into the school parking lot, I texted her, Sorry I was being a jerk. Go out with the others and help your friend. No worries. Her terse return text, Kay, thanks, let me know she was still pissed, which, in turn, pissed me off all over again and made me feel justified in taking another Ativan to calm down. That was what that doctor prescribed them for, wasn't it? Emily didn't get home that evening until after 9. I heard her in the kitchen before I saw her. Hi, Corby, she called. I got you an order of chicken enchiladas if you haven't eaten yet. I hadn't eaten, but told her I had. Okay, I'll put them in the fridge and you can have them tomorrow. She entered the living room with that tipsy glow she gets on the rare occasion she has a second glass of wine, but her face deflated when she saw Nico asleep on my lap instead of in the crib. He's sick, I said. Earache. She sat down on the couch beside us, stroked his hair, and asked whether I'd taken his temperature. 101, I told her. The thermometer actually read 100.4, but I'd added the extra 0.6 of a degree. Yeah, I can be that small. Did you give him any Tylenol? I nodded. About an hour ago. So how did group therapy with nachos go? Instead of answering, she stood and picked up empties from the coffee table. She'd mentioned before that she doesn't like me drinking beer at night if I'm watching the kids, but she didn't call me on it that night. Her guilt was at a satisfactory level. I'm sure Emily is keeping track of my nighttime beer consumption, but I'm confident she's unaware that I've started drinking the hard stuff during the day. Tuesday is when the recycling truck comes down our street, so I've begun hiding the empty liquor bottles until then. I wait until she leaves for school, then take them out of hiding and bring the blue box out to the curb, feeling embarrassed by the evidence of my growing reliance on alcohol, but proud of myself for pulling off my daytime drinking deception. She knows I'm taking that prescription for my nerves, of course. In fact, she was the one who urged me to see someone because I'd become so edgy and sleep-deprived. What she doesn't know is that I've begun taking more than one before bedtime and/or as needed. I tell myself that and/or as needed is the loophole I can use if that doctor questions me.